Today we're going to discuss taking responsibility for yourself. I have to say, when I first started my journey of personal development and self-awareness, I really had this perception that everything was going to be roses and butterflies. That since I committed to making these changes in my life, that life was just automatically going to get better. And in many ways it did. And it also led me to some obstacles and some experiences that I never imagined, and some that were kind of painful. And for many people, this journey is the first time that you're taking responsibility for yourself. And I mean that in the sense of it's the first time that you're looking at your belief systems, your fears, your model of the world. It's the first time many people are actually getting in touch with their identity, who they believe that they are, who they are at their core. Most of us have had our identity shaped by other people. It's been shaped by our parents. It's been shaped by our religion. It's been shaped by our teachers, our community. And as you embark on this journey, a lot of times you'll find that who you thought you were has nothing to do with who you really are. Now, there's an upside to that. You then are able to choose who you desire to be. And you can break that down into different areas of your life. I actually years ago had created this 7-page printout that was broken down into each area of my life. As a father, I am, and I would fill in that identity of who I believed I was as a father, and I did it in regards to my health, and I did it in regards to my finances, and I did it in regards to my role as a son. And I created an identity for myself in every different area. It's who the ultimate me would be. And I truly believed that I had the potential to be that person. And over the years, I've become that person in many areas because I stuck to believing in that identity. Now, the challenge many times is we create an identity for ourselves. We have this vision of who we are in a good way. Again, you're on this journey. You're being proactive, you're taking responsibility for yourself, and you're saying, you know what? In my health, I'm going to be a person who exercises. I'm going to be someone who's responsible in the food that I eat. And I'm going to be responsible in how often I eat. And I'm going to be focused on making sure I drink enough water and take supplements. And I'm going to be this person. And then you sit back and you look at the scale and you're 40 or 50 pounds overweight, and you're tired all the time, and you're going, how did I get here? I had this identity that I was this healthy person. I was having a conversation with a dear friend of mine the other day because we're getting ready to start a business together, and we were talking that for every decision that you make, you cannot truly commit to that decision until you accept responsibility for the repercussions that are going to happen from taking action towards that decision. There are going to be rewards and there are going to be consequences. And many times people don't take the action because they're not willing to accept one or the other. An example that I read about was they said, many people want to be a millionaire, but they're not willing to accept the reward side of things, that they're going to live life differently. They're going to move to a new neighborhood. They're going to be responsible for a larger home, a better car. They're not willing to accept the consequences that they're going to have to learn to deal with their taxes. They're going to have to become better financial managers. They're going to have to safeguard themselves from being swindled and robbed. So they have this vision that they desire to be a millionaire, but they're not willing to accept what comes with it. So I was talking with my friend about this, and I said, as we do this business, we have to realize there are going to be rewards and there are going to be obstacles, and we need to both commit to holding each other accountable to work through these. Well, a couple of days later, I got a call, and he was sharing with me that our meeting really had him thinking deeply. And it tied back to some fears that he had. Mark and I have been friends for 14 or 15 years, and we both studied a lot of personal development things and marketing and business strategies, and we've learned a lot along the way. And he was sharing that he had created this identity for himself. He had this belief about who he was and the skills that he had and the strengths, and that he was scared that if he really moved forward in this venture, he may not live up to that identity he created for himself. And I'm like, why? I believe in you. I know the skills and the strengths that you have. And his response was, if I was truly that person, my circumstances would not be like they are right now. I would already have achieved success in these different areas of my life. And he was referring specifically to financial areas. I said, Mark, this is my belief. Your current circumstances have nothing to do with who you are at your core. Your circumstances completely and totally have to do with the choices and the decisions that you've made. And the challenge is, as with many people, often we make choices and we make decisions that are nowhere in line with who we are at our core. And we do that because we're scared. We do that because of limiting belief systems. We do that because of social pressure. There's a paradigm that's called the be, do, have paradigm. Most people live their lives thinking, well, if I want to have X in my life, then I need to do this. And by doing this, I'll have that, and then I'll be able to be the person I desire to be. That's the do, have, be paradigm. Challenge is it doesn't work. The way that you truly create the life that you desire is by being that person first, knowing who it is that you desire to be. By knowing that, by being certain of that, then you will do what needs to be done that will allow you to have what you desire. Again, the challenge is that many of us make our decisions not based on who we know we can be. We make them based on our fears, on other circumstances that are going on in our lives. If you are not having your life show up the way that you desire it, what I suggest to you is applying this exercise. Pretty much all of us have phones that have alarms on them nowadays. Set the alarm on your phone or on your watch for every 3 hours. And every 3 hours, do an inventory, do a quick check-in. Let's say that you've decided that you are going to have the identity of a person who's living a healthy lifestyle. You're going to eat correctly. You're going to drink enough water. You're going to take the stairs instead of the elevator. You're going to focus on being healthy. And at that 3-hour point, review and check in. Did you do the things that you needed to do to be that person? If you didn't, don't beat yourself up. Just say, okay, for the next 3 hours, I need to focus more on X to be that person. By continuing to check in throughout the day, you'll really start integrating, living your life aligned with your identity. And your circumstances will change, and you will create what you desire in your life. Make sure that you place your value of yourself based on the knowledge of who you can be, not on your circumstances. So again, every 3 hours, check in, do an inventory, make sure you're on track, okay? I look forward to connecting again soon. I look forward to your feedback. I look forward to your comments. Take care. For a transcription of the video you just watched, more videos and related articles, visit yourdailylifecoach.com. To comment on this video, select Discussion Forums on any page of our website.